Right, so do you own a Transporter and you don't have an armrest here? Most sort of fairly basic spec Transporters won't come with a captain's chair and won't come with an armrest. Now, if you ever looked at this, if you ever Google replacement armrests, the cost to fit a set of captain's armrest and brackets on these is really high. So we've looked into solutions to solve that for you. And we've come up with this. So we're going to show you a nice simple video on how to fit one of these armrests. So folding armrests can be set in lots of different heights, can be slid forward, can be slid back, can be opened up. You've got extra storage in there, comes in a few different finishes, come in this black OEM style finish, and it also comes in like a fake vegan leather style finish. Can be fitted to the single, also a single on this side. These can also be retrofitted really easy if you've already got armrests and you want one with storage. They work with the ID-Buzz, they work with the Transporter, they work with the Crafter. So next up, I'll hand you over to Mitch, and Mitch is going to do a Mitch Fits to show you how simple it is to fit one of these on a single Transporter seat.
Okay, hello, welcome to another Mitch Fits video. We've got a new armrest that we're going to be fitting into this Transporter today. So what we're going to do is we're going to get one of these fitted into this driver's seat here that we've got, because we've got a single with a double in this particular vehicle. They are designed to work on this passenger side, but unfortunately anything on the outer two, so the outside for your drivers or your passenger, not compatible, so you will need a slimline original style armrest for that. If you do have a vehicle that has a single on the passenger seat, you will be able to have one of these both sides, so they will just fit. They'll give you quite a nice big armrest. So the first thing we're going to do is we'll get this seat out, we'll take it, put it on a bench, and I'll show you how to strip the cover down, and then we'll fit the brackets involved to mount to the seat. The brackets that we supply here, which will be a separate product to this, you will be able to use on original armrests as well as our new storage armrest. We'll get started, we'll get this out, and then we'll skip over to the next step. Right, first step in removing your seat, we've got 4 13mm nuts and bolts. So there's 2 nuts on the front, 2 bolts on the rear, and there'll be a bit of wiring in the middle for seatbelt sensors if you've got heated seats. So remove your bolts, check what wiring needs disconnecting, and we'll take the seat out. So just quickly talk about the brackets involved to mount the armrests. This is both the genuine armrest as well as the pocket armrest that we've got here. These are an adapter bracket that will allow us to retrofit the armrest into these seats. So you've got 2 different shapes here. You've got the pre-facelift style, so 2003 to 2009 vehicles, they'll utilize this bracket here. And this is the same for left and right hand side of the seat. And then you've got 2010, so 5.1 to present. These are this style bracket here. So notice there's actually 2 bolts, not 3 on this one, and it's a different shape. So when you are ordering, make sure you get the right bracket for the seat. So just make sure you've not changed your seats on your pre-facelift to a T6 seat. Make sure you get the bracket for the seat and not for the vehicle. So first step on stripping down this seat, we're going to take the headrest off. To do this, you will utilize the adjuster, but just pull it all the way up, and that's now out of the way. We'll put that to one side. The next step is we need to take this cover completely off. So it'll be seat plastics. I'm gonna start with the back one, which is just a case of pulling it on the clips. So removing this back panel here, which sat just here, there's just 5 clips. There's no screws. It is just a case of pull it, be a bit gentle, make sure you work your way around the panel, and that way you won't snap this panel. Okay, now we've got the headrest removed and we've got the back panel removed, we'll start taking the cover up. So you want to get your hands under here. There's a split in the trim, whether it's like I say, if you've got leather, or if you've got cloth, whatever material you've got, you'll have a plastic guide that locks in place underneath. So you want to find the split and pull down. It's quite easy if you peel this panel slightly to the side. You'll be able to get your finger in nicely and find the start of it, and then just work your way across like that. And then we can start moving the fabric and finding the split this side. Again, it hooks and then comes forward. So I've reclined the seat slightly to allow me to bring this trim piece through. So this is the plastic piece that locks in place against the back. And now we can start working our way up, turning this cover inside out. You'll see a bit of the foam that's degraded on the seat. So this will be normal. As you pull it up, you will find a bit drops out. So with our seat starting to come up, I've exposed the first hog ring. So the hog ring is essentially a metal clip that bends round 2 metal rails within the seat. So one of these metal rails is on the cover of the seat and one is on the foam. So I'm going to get some snips and I'm going to cut the hog ring off. So this is your hog ring. So I've cut a bit off it to allow it to be removed. And then, like I say, this secures this metal rail here into this section here. So we've got to cut the hog rings on the way up, and then on reinstallation, if you haven't got hog ring tools, you could use a cable tie. I have done this in the past, and there's no reason why it will be detrimental to the seat. So we're at the next stage now that we have exposed the hole where our bracket is going to be fitted. So this will come through here, but I'm going to go one step further and take the cover fully off just to make it really easy and show you guys what you can do. But you will probably be able to do the next step at this stage, just cutting the hog ring, or the lowest hog ring, both sides. But like I say, we'll take this off, show it off, make it easy for you, and then you can work your way around the foam if you wish. So I've got the whole backrest removed. Like I said to you guys, you probably can just do it by tucking in after removing that first hog ring. So I thought I'd strip it down, show you exactly how it goes, make it really easy. We're going to be fitting just the passenger side of the driver's seat bracket, so the one furthest inboard on this particular seat. So I've grabbed our bracket. We're looking at this captive insert here and this clearance hole here. So the idea is we're going to line up with these two holes. This is the location we're going to be bolting down to. So I'm going to grab the supplied bolts and the supplied nut, pop them in, make sure you don't cross thread it. So a couple of threads by hand, grab your clearance hole and through there, and I've got the nut on the back. So I'll get these tightened up, and then we'll go ahead, install my cover and foam back on, and then we'll slit the material once we've got that far. So as always, I nipped up the first bolt I did and then went to the other side, and then I've done both again. So I'm going to go ahead, I'll install the foam and the cover, and then we'll show you on the next step. So just thought I'd show you, now obviously I've got the bracket in place. If you only did that one hog ring as I suggested, you'd have all the room you've got here. So again, nut and bolt this side, captive bolt this side, nice and easy. You don't have to take your covers off, don't have to faff about with the brackets for the, or the locks for the headrest, which are a little bit of a nightmare to release, because ideally you want to release it from internally. Just thought I'd show you that bit on the assembly side of it. I'm gonna go ahead and install my cover now, and then we'll do the slit. So I've got all my hog rings or cable ties back in now. So final step is get the seat cover lined back up nicely. So you want to get it on the inside of the plastic trims. Just keep pulling it down, keep tensioning it. You'll find that you may get a few creases along the way, but you can work out and adjust that once we get to the end. So the way that this lock works is we're going to be rotating this back cover round like this on itself, like a return edge, and then this has got a locking clip on it, which slides inside this one on the front half of the seat. So we're going to position it within there with the panel facing downwards still, and now I'm going to twist round, applying a bit of tension, and just work my way around with it. It's sliding inside the other half of the trim, like so. So that is now located back where it needs to be. So I can go ahead, I can put the back panel on now. You just want to line up the 5 holes. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the bottom 2 there, line up the middle 2, and then just gently clip it in place. You may need to make some adjustments on these top ones because the side panels go in there's a guide as well. Right, I've done the middle one first. Now I'm going to work on this side. There we are. Right, that's the back panel now clipped in place. So I can go ahead, I can put on my headrest restraints. There we go. Now the headrest can go on. So that's the seat now fully assembled. As you can see, we've got a few creases here and there. So it'll be a case of just massaging the seat, trying to line up all the hog rings into the natural position they were already in. You will always get a few little marks here and there. I'd recommend if you want to steam it, if you have access to a steamer, you can steam the material and it will allow it to smooth out any potential creases that we've gained. So final step we've got now is we've got our bracket installed. You can just see it coming through here. I need to make a small slit in the fabric to expose the bracket, and then we can install our armrest. So I've grabbed a Stanley blade and I make a small incision here. I'm going to start in the centre of the hole so we can just about see it, and I'm just going to do a very small amount after. So with our bit of trim cut, we can go ahead and install our armrest. So you see you've got a square drive on one side of your armrest and you've got a circular drive on the other. So these are handed, make sure you get the right one. So because we're doing it on the inside, we'll be installing it this way. So we've got our supply bolt, which lines up lovely. So I'm going to go ahead and slide our armrest in place and grab my Allen key and just gently do it up. Right, so that's now nipped up and we've got the armrest installed. So you've got your adjustment for your angle via this dial here at the back, and you can still slide it all the way up. Final step will be torque this and then apply the cover. So that's our armrest now installed. I'll get this seat back in the van and we'll get you some footage just showing how it looks inside your van. So that's our seat installed. I've done the 4 nuts and bolts. I've connected my wiring back up under the seat. Got my armrest fitted. As you can see, we've got a double seat here, a single seat obviously on the driver's side. They just fit. It retracts nicely, and if you need to reach over, you've got this down. Your adjusters at the back, so wherever you want to stop it, and then you can obviously come down as well. So your storage compartment, you've got 2 pen slots, and there's also a notch out here for any wiring. So if you've got a power bank in here and you've got your cable and your phone sat elsewhere, at least you've got your clearance for that. You've got a rubber insulated pan. Things aren't going to rattle around as much. There's actually 2 little, there's 4 coin slots. It's quite a diverse product. Colour match to your original fabric, the pattern, brilliant match. And then we've also got our vegan leather version as well. So I just thought I'd show you that one. Again, same thing inside. You've got your pen holders, your rubber isolated mat, coin slots. And as mentioned before, these are designed to fit on the 2 inboard sides. So again, if you've got a double seat, you only have 1 unit. But then if you have 2 captain seats, you can have the pair. So the idea is the brackets that we fitted on this seat is universal to fit our armrests as well as the factory armrests. If you've even got factory armrests fitted to your vehicle, you can remove that panel. The kit comes with the tool to remove the bolts, so you can replace the factory armrest for one of the pocket armrests. Easy to fit, even with taking the seat out. One other thing to mention about our armrests is they are compatible for T5 2003 all the way to transporters of current generation, 24 plate 6.1s. They also fit ID-Buzzes and the T7 multivan. So it is a really diverse product, not just for transporters. So yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.